Well, hello folks. Today we are here at Balmoral railway station, as you can see, because we're going to be getting the train into Lisburn in around 20 minutes to do a bit of train spotting and get some videos of the Enterprise stopping at Lisburn, because today is the last day of the Balmoral show, meaning it's going to be the last day the Enterprise stops at Lisburn as well for a while, excluding Sundays. So yeah, what we're doing now is it's about I think 10 to 9 or 5 to 9 in the morning now. That's what we're going to do. Is we're going to wait for the Enterprise to come through, both from that way from Dublin to Belfast, and also from Belfast to Dublin, and then we're going to get on a train at around 20 past 9 up to Lisburn. So see when the Enterprise gets here. I think, folks, the Enterprise has already come through this way, headed to Belfast, because it already is 9 o'clock. But the one coming from Belfast to Portadown should be here quite soon, so we'll get that. Additionally, folks, just like at Finnegy, these signs here are they're approaching their final days. The days are numbered, basically. As you can see, the silver poles there with the wire sticking out, and that will replace like these old blue poles. Yeah. Sad to see it go. It's going to sad to see it go, but that's alright. Anyway, see you whenever the Enterprise gets here. Right, yeah, folks, so now that we've seen both Enterprise trains come through, what we're going to do now is we're just going to wait for our train to Lisburn. Yeah, see you when it arrives. Alright folks, so here we now are at Lisburn train station, and I think the next Enterprise train coming from Portadown should stop at Lisburn at around 10 to 10, and then we're going to get the 10:47 train from Lisburn to Portadown and ride the 11:30 Enterprise train back from Portadown to Lisburn. At last folks, this sign is going to be of use today, this one here. Apparently the next one to come through is going to be one of those Irish rail trains, but then the one that we're going to get on from Portadown to get back here, and also the one at around 12:50 is going to be a train. It's going to be one of the normal Enterprise trains. I think a bus just went up there to the Balmoral show. But yeah, I'll see you in a few minutes though whenever the Enterprise arrives. See, look, there's a bus up there. So as you can see, folks, the Enterprise has stopped. Lovely, and it stopped at the 6-car marker. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to see this one away and then head to the other platform and do a bit more train spotting. Rightio, folks, now the Enterprise is going, we're going to head over to platform 1. So let's go. So here I am in Lisburn with this guy called NR and 540. He's another YouTuber, and he's the man who told me about the Enterprise coming stopping in Lisburn. Anything you want to say?
I don't know. Hello, YouTube.
Very good. Well, folks, now we're going to wait for the next either the train to Portadown or the next Enterprise train to come through.
It should be at 10:10, I think.
10 fast. So 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Right, I'll see you whenever that arrives. See you there. They can't really do anything else. 6. So here, folks, we see a train, and the reason it hasn't moved is because, look, there's a red signal, and that shouldn't be there. Hello. And here's Ann Harton again. Hello. But yes, there it is. And then there's a green one up there, so that should not be like that. Hooray for signal failures. folks, I'm now going to take this train here to Portadown, and then I'll see you in an hour. See you in an hour.
Right.
On we get. Indeed, it's madness. It's for the show though. I'll head up the front. See you later.
Alright, bye.
See you later. So on we go to the train now. Let's go. Alright folks, so I'm going to take this train to Portadown. So I'll see you there. So folks, here we now are at the railway station in Portadown. And there's like a yellow train over there. You can see it just there. And we're going to head on to platform 2 here and wait for the Enterprise back into Lisburn. Here on platform 3 folks, you can see 2 trains that just sat here, namely 3015 and 3017. Yeah. Something interesting about platform 3 as well here at Portadown is this. There's no like blue box thing, like new casing around the signs. You look at like platform 2, there's this. It's the same thing on platform 1, but not on platform 3 for some reason. Which is rather interesting. I believe folks that our train is going to be the 11:29 service to Belfast Grand Central. That's the 11:27 over there, so yeah, it shouldn't be too long to wait now. You never see these outside, and they're also always like illegible on the camera. Strange. So now folks, what we're going to do is we're going to wait here for our Enterprise train to arrive. But first we're going to get this train going. Yeah. Here folks, they have this small canopy area with benches that we can sit on and just wait for that train down there to arrive. Or to not arrive, but to go past. And I'm just going to wait here for that there train over there to leave, and then for our Enterprise train to come in. Alright folks, so now that train has gone that way, the next train in should either be the Enterprise coming from Belfast Grand Central headed to Dublin, or the Enterprise coming from Dublin headed to Belfast Grand Central, which will be the one that we go on, because it takes us to Lisburn. So yeah, other than that, we're just gonna wait for a few minutes and then see which comes first. So I'll see you whenever it arrives. Well folks, so there's the Enterprise headed for Dublin, and so I believe our train's going to be next. Yeah, I'll see you whenever it arrives. our train and we're going to ride it to Lisburn, so let's get on board. Right now, folks, I'm going to ride this train to Lisburn. So, yep, see you there. Well folks, here we are now at Lisburn train station once again, and we're going to get the Enterprise leaving, so let's just go in front of it. At last, this sign has meaning. Rightio folks, so I think what we're going to do now is we're going to wait for around an hour here at the station for the next Enterprise train to arrive, which we will then take in. Start over here. Here folks, we see a ticket from Dublin to Lisburn, which is interesting because normally you can't get tickets to Lisburn, you can only really get them to Portadown. So I think this might be a special ticket. Yeah, it's in my pocket. Rightio folks, I've decided that I'm going to head on this train here back into Belfast. So this is the end. Anything else to say before we go?
Not really. That was a lot of fun, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, we did it with a lot of fun. I'll see you again. I'll definitely see you
Alright,
again.
I'll see you again.
Have a good day.
Alright, good day, bye.
Bye bye. Very nice guy. And yeah, I'm gonna head back into Belfast and we'll come back up to Lisburn later on to see the Enterprise. Yeah. Let's go to Belfast. So folks, here we now are in Belfast. And apparently there is an ongoing protest right now somewhere in the city. So yeah, we'll have a look at that because I just want to go see what's happening. Something interesting finally in the city. Let's go. Well folks, here we are now at York Road depot, what was once known as York Road Railway Station. And that there, which you can see just there, is I think 8113. I believe that's what it is. Oh, we'll go check on the front. But yeah, that's just been an old station till it closed, I think either in the 80s or the 90s. And then became like this big like depot area for trains. Yeah. Anyway, let's go around and see if that way it was 8113. Folks, it seems that it was in fact 8113. Right here folks, so I think now what we're going to do is we're going to head to the railway station up here and yeah, get back on the train back home. Yeah, see when we get there. Oh well, we'll see when the train gets here. Right here folks, here now on platform 2 here at York Street. I'm just going to try and get the train back here in a few minutes it arrives. Also look at that, it's all done. Box being built, nice. Anyway, I'll see you when the train gets here. So there are some signals there. And there's another pair of blue signals, which I don't know where on. They're probably getting removed in the case of that. But if you look in there, you can see another train, 3007. Very good, and there's the rest of like the depot there and over there. Right, I'll check over here in just a second. Well, let's get on here. Well folks, here I am now back on the train. Yeah, that's that folks, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you very much for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.